Who cares? Alright, what's going on? Add everyone. Bit late, but P5. So I've been looking at the notes and the schedule, and I'm gonna make a bold claim that I think we should be done with this game by next week. Like, I think by the earliest we'll be done somewhere in... I want to make sure everyone's in their proper gear. By the earliest, we should be done by Tuesday. But maybe we'll finish on Thursday. And if not, it'll probably be the following Monday. Like, if this game goes on past 2 weeks from now, I'm milking it. Is what we've gotten to.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I should make sure to save in this area because Sai can actually legitimately kill me. So, yeah. Let's save here. So, yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Let's do it.
assuming I keep working on it consistently, that video is almost done. So that's also going to be... So it seems like March is going to be a pretty busy month. Because we're going to be able to get back into... Like, Danganronpa will be starting up. And then we'll be getting back into, Final Fantasy IX. So, welcome, Woohoo Brokeback. So, yeah, it's gonna be a month and a half. It's revival time, is what I'm saying. Because, you don't mind if I want to finish Final Fantasy IX first? Well, that's very nice, but I think we should start Danganronpa soon. And considering December is going to be the shortest month in this entire playthrough, let's maybe not milk it. Huh? Where's the treasure? It seems you came just as I planned. As she planned? No. Was the treasure put on display to lure us here? So that's why we could faintly see its shape. First off, allow me to compliment you. I never expected you would make it this far. We would much rather have the treasure than your words of praise. Where did you hide it? Come. We shall put an end to this once and for all. It seems as though she wants us to pursue her. Damn it, she's mocking us. Let's go after her.
I can feel it.
So I finally got the Eternal Lockpick, so that's pretty great. Oh yeah, one thing to check before... Because we're going to be seeing a lot of cutscenes in a second. Is I think we're still one rank away from finishing Yusuke, aren't we? Because I just haven't had the time to go finish him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright.
See it.
Woo! The elevator will most likely take us to Sai-san's location. Is everyone ready to go? Yep. Alright then, let's go. Sis, I'll protect you.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her.
Yes!
I thought her reasoning...
Makoto can.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle. Now, why don't we begin?
What?
Is this?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
Do you think Sai really has that tattoo on her arm?
That?
Now, come at me!
You'll save her, right?
Here's the thing.
All right, everyone.
Like,
Be on alert.
I could see Sai having tattoos.
Where?
All right, let's do it.
Alright, so if I am correct...
Calm down.
You're done!
Oh. Oh. Alright, I wanted to make sure. Damn, girl, you got some hit points.
Persona!
Let's do this fair and square.
Bet HP, okay.
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
We should...
Not done.
Can I get away with this? I'm gonna shoot her.
Ah, so you've broken the rules. In that case, it's time you be penalized. This is your penalty.
Oh, God!
All right? What? This is the penalty?
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated. That is simply how society operates.
Heal me, heal me, heal me. Okay, we're good.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that up, she'd just ignore us. We should go along with the game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
I agree.
Predict which pocket the ball will fall into before your turn begins. Various bonuses will be applied to the enemies or your allies, depending on the outcome. Greater bonuses will be given for more difficult predictions. Carefully consider the flow of battle when determining where to place your bet.
Well, how will you bet?
How should I bet? High risk, high return bet, a safer low return bet. Dog! High risk, high return. Which pocket? Yup.
Have you made your decision. Then let's see the results.
We go big or we go home.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker?
I most certainly have.
Really? How is she doing it?
There's a glass lid.
I see. You're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
Aren't I always?
Let us expose her treachery.
I need someone to expose her treachery. Should I send someone to do it? Yes!
Leave it to me.
Let's send On, because she has no idea who the fuck On is.
Roger.
Let's do this fair and square.
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed. That must mean the betting changes every time.
Persona!
I'll use my persona!
Alright, you go ahead and heal everyone.
Okay,
I'm grateful.
And can I use Debilitate on her?
Breaking rules will be
Nope!
Will's life is in danger. The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
very well. Time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
How should I bet? High, risky, high return bet. Which pocket? Dog. You already know.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time.
Don't miss, On. I believe in you. Hey!
What?
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating! You coward! What are you so quiet for? Say something!
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah!
Sis?
I like how Sai's like final form is like a metal apocalypse kind of like monster, just like her sister's is like a metal apocalypse outfit.
It's my sister's true nature? No! We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Oh boy.
She's way more powerful.
Sai, Leviathan, Nijima. Alright.
Persona! You're mine.
There's not much help left. Someone heal him! Alright,
Oh yeah.
Persona! Let's go.
I forgot. Fucking Akechi's dying, isn't he?
My thanks.
Persona!
Bro's got some moves. Here I go. Speed up!
That was useful, thank you.
Persona!
Persona! Go!
Damn!
Persona! Prepare yourself!
Manifest.
I just need to win. As long as I can win. That's all that matters.
Riot gun! Always bet on Riot gun.
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Quiet!
sorry?
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me.
I feel like my bond with Akechi is growing.
All right. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Back to your real work now.
Yes. And you all shall end this Phantom Thieves business. That was part of the promise after all. Don't forget.
Alright, we don't need to stay here any longer. Are you alright?
I am. Let's go. Huh? Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real? What the hell's going on?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good.
They defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here?
There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something.
Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded.
A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy. No, that's too dangerous.
I shall do it.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet. Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do anything reckless, okay?
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back.
We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember?
Even more are coming!
This truly is a painfully reluctant parting.
It seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, like I was saying, we'll probably be done by next week. Like, I'm guessing either Tuesday or Thursday will be the final day of this game.
There's something here.
If it somehow finishes on a Monday, though, we might do Final Fantasy IX for Tuesday and then start Danganronpa on Thursday. But I'm not expecting to finish on Monday.
Hey, up there! He's here. Moving immediately.
Good. Now get running.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. What was that? Don't worry about us. Just concentrate
Good.
on getting away.
You shoot those spoilers.
But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker. Just run! Get out of there! Okay, the enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest of us can slip away. Everyone remember where we're meeting up?
Stop right there!
And then, of course, this is the opening scene, which means we already know how this is gonna end.
Take him down, Joker!
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your
Because the entire game is a flashback from that scene.
now. Use that power.
And it all leads up to him getting captured. Which is then used as a later twist.
Power levels. No threat. Get him, Joker!
That's not right.
Wait, am I using Saint Naliel instead of do I even have Arsene right now? Well... oh well.
Ravage them!
Holy shit.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Later, Lupin.
Pull out before their backup gets here.
You like how they didn't give me experience for that fight?
Good. You defeated them with
Also, they use this as a tutorial to get you to figure out how, like, the basic functions of the game work. Like hiding and shit.
Joker, behind you! Go through that door! Alright!
You should be able to get out of that way. Get out that way. Hurry.
Come on, man.
Dude, can he even hear us? Don't worry. I'm picking up everyone's voices. Just go, Joker.
See it.
I love that Life Will Change is playing right now.
Focus.
The intruder simply can't be found. Go quick!
Where'd they go, damn it? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Up ahead! Stop! This is bad. Hide, Joker. You'll never get away if you just keep fighting. Hide in the shadows and sneak past when you see an opening. Hey, you sure he came this way? Understood. Continue the search. Now's your chance. Run for the stairs.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there! There's nowhere to run!
See ya.
What a show off.
No, the show off was all the twirls he did in the air.
Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go! Go, go, go! Get over there!
Just struggling. Suspect secure.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Saving is highly suggested as the story will progress greatly soon. You want to save? No, yeah. Yeah, let's save.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Of course not.
So you're not that dumb. Which is good, because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons.
I never possessed weapons or blackmailed anyone.
Talk about the works.
Well,
Thing
I never
that
possessed
crimes
weapons.
made
Well,
by a punk like this. And
you know what?
seem
Fair
to be
enough.
Enjoying every second. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, bud. I don't care if you end up losing a leg. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
thank God they didn't make me spell Ren Amamiya again.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You Prosecutor-san, Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Ha 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 ha.
I see. So that's what led to your
Can we date Sai? They were planning to let you, but no, you can't.
I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted
But she does have her own social link. She is Judgment, I believe?
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
What do you want?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those
I like
are
that she saved
accomplices in the
Makoto for
Phantom
last.
Thieves case, are they not?
No.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
There were no such people. If you want to see the bad ending, you can look it up on the YouTubes. Because we're not getting it.
Or your collaborators.
Well, I mean, we already saw one, but that one was an
Do you
accident.
understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
Not Akechi.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me. Even
Only
now,
two endings in
still
this game.
acting as though
There
you're a hero of
isn't.
justice.
There's the true ending, but there's no, like, you know how, like, Persona 4 has, like, the good ending, and then the true ending, and then, like, the shitty, you fucked up ending. This one just has, like... This just has, like, the one good ending, and then all of the other endings are, you fucking died, you loser. Which is, I think how Persona 3 worked. I don't think there was a secret ending in that one either, but I could be totally wrong. I don't remember. It goes against justice.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
You call this justice?
Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
What about the true culprit?
After all this, you're still...
The drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Pancakes!
No way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey, can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Don't you want to win?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Well, let's be honest, we probably would have assumed it was him anyway. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Do you know this place?
Do you mean this interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know about it? What an odd thing to ask. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right, there's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
You do it, Morgana!
That'd be impossible. A cat giving someone a smartphone is completely unnatural. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I might.
You're not joking, are you? If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Show it.
That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it. We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the true culprit.
The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that run, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Not a teammate.
Not a teammate? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
I feel as if Sai finally understands me.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
Pew 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 pew. Pew pew. That one doesn't... That was not very exciting. It was automatic. All I had to do was not sell out my friends. But we unlocked true justice with the ability of question mark, 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 question mark. So, that's pretty hype.
Alright. Alright.
And we can now fuse Satan. So that's pretty cool.
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though?
Boom! Boom!
A Ketchikan? Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
That is the creepiest fucking sentence.
Didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves.
I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
You know, I'm just gonna put it out here. Silencers don't make the gun actually silent, which is why they call them suppressors instead of silencers. That's still a really loud bang that just went off.
It was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Akechi has unveiled his true identity. My bond with Akechi has grown deeper. I feel like I really understand him. We're really becoming friends.
All right.
Those punch marks on his face make him look like he's blushing. Like, oh, Akechi-kun, the way you shoot that cop gets me so hard.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
And we're dead. Little known fact, Ren is the first Persona protagonist to have his head blown out on screen. I don't know if that's true. That might be a lie. Here's the thing, that is the exact place you would want to end the anime. Just bang! Alright, later.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge?
It's not that much of an ass pull. I mean, it makes sense inside the, like, internal logic of the series. We already knew that you could,
I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
like, with that palace is extended outward like that.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to...
The most unbelievable part of that is the app activating.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
It's set up with Kamoshida's palace, though. So it's not like they didn't set this up. Yeah, each game actively contradicts the others. You are not wrong about that.
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious...
Sometimes the games contradict themselves. That's why I always say when a new Persona game comes out, the last ones are rendered completely non-canon. I mean, there's actually no way to have continued past Persona 5. Like the way with this game ends with no spoilers, there's no way to have kept going to make a Persona 6. And I guarantee you, they're going to make Persona 6 with the same fucking concept all of the others have made. So there's no way.
The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of
Thanks for stopping by, maid.
I inquire as to your justice.
We're gonna keep going for a little while, especially because I started late.
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Persona 6. I mean, the way this game... Assuming that this game is still... Like, Persona from this point on is still about the collective unconscious. There is no way for a Persona 6 to happen, and I guarantee you it will happen, and it'll still be about the collective unconscious. And that is because when Persona 6 comes out, Persona 5 isn't canon anymore.
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop
It's
by?
like Ruby. Last season wasn't canon.
Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go at once if you value
you could make the Personas work together.
And don't say a word
if we assume that
nobody forget this ever
like palaces work the same as the Dark Hour in Persona 3.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be...
Because the world itself isn't that different during the Dark Hour.
The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Except for the giant fucking tower.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
In fact, it's exactly the same as Persona 3's Tartarus, isn't it?
Have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
Where everything was identical except for technology didn't work, and also there was a giant fucking tower in place of the school.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now.
In fact, extending onward, you could even keep this trend going because if we see those, like, the coffins could be the same as the way Kaneshiro sees people as like ATMs, you know. So through like Tartarus is the palace of.
I wonder if something happened. Yeah.
Was it Ryoji? It was Ryoji, wasn't it? Yeah, Ryoji. And so he sees people as coffins you could say.
Yes.
Except for Persona
I'm not
users
shy.
specifically.
Just do as
But
normal
Persona
at your own
users aren't
pace.
altered
Your skills,
in
there's no need to worry
Persona
about
5 either. So I guess that is logically consistent, as long as we assume that palaces in Persona 5 work the same as the Dark Hour did for Ryoji.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
And my babbling to try and make all of the Personas fit into one universe has overshadowed the drama of this cutscene. My bad.
Most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Save point? Can we get a save point? We didn't get a save point. God, I'm gonna fucking piss myself. Haru is still with her fiance. When you go through the social link for Haru, you find out that according to her fiance, her dad actually signed a contract, and so she's locked into the engagement.
Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important.
I believe it is impossible to get her out of the engagement by the time of this cutscene, but I'm not.
Your death was a
I've never attempted it.
for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a...
I think it is because of the rain.
Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Because you can't talk to Haru during rain. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right, it was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going.
The next dialogue option, I'm going to the bathroom. That's it. That's it. I can't hold it.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Alright. He's up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
Let's do some research.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
Is there any way?
Right, we really need your help.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you.
I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
That's perfect.
Keeping it a secret?
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
I don't know why we're whispering. Futaba is going to do something. I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't...
Whoops. You know, we could have just faded to black and shown her planting the bug on the phone. Come to think of it. That's a weird order that they did that. Because now she just told everyone in whispers, even though everybody in the room could have heard it.
So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
My memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. Almost as if there's no drugs in my system anymore. Would you like to save your current progress? Yes, I would. I heard they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves. No way! I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We can finally breathe easy now. Killed himself, huh? Guess we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? I am. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdown. His offer to assist us was simply a plot to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Ren-kun. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. So this really was just a big setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Akumura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. The whole thing, he was working with Makoto's sister. He was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect of a police station. Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted, even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We'll have to make Akechi say it, though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that'll be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. Damn it, so we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard suggestion? But if we go into the palace as told, Ren will get arrested and then murdered by Akechi. Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding. Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage. What's this all of a sudden? There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding me. If he wants to kill Ren, why not let him? That is, inside the palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Ren, all while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it. It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out. It's a little more complicated than it needed to be, if we're being honest, but that's okay. And hinged entirely on Ren's abilities to seduce an older woman in one conversation. Luckily, he's Ren, so it worked, but...
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything.
I am unconvinced any other Persona protagonist we have had so far would be capable of seducing a woman in one conversation.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Ren really is the ultimate MILF hunter.
Look who's here?
Hey, you big bastard.
How've you been?
I mean, I died?
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still,
I'm sure they realize when they try and clean the body.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
Yeah, you know that thing you told us to do where if we got in over our heads to stop? We didn't listen to you. We just kept going. Yes.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Pancakes!
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
Pancakes.
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean Akechi?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry. Was that
I feel so bad for Coffee Dad.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Because of the pancakes.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
10 minutes later.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
You know, that conversation also reveals that Akechi was eavesdropping on you for like 5 full minutes before he walked up, because when we go back to that actual cutscene, you'll see that Morgana mentions pancakes, then we keep talking for 5 minutes, then Akechi walks up and is like, I'm sorry, did I hear pancakes? What's going on with pancakes, though? For real.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
His story was too good.
He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
No, that was something you would totally have done.
Confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
That's how we got to the school.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
It was a great edit. It was reckless. We had to trust it. All three, I want to say all of them. It was reckless.
We still managed to pull it off, though.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
You should be saying that to her and not to the camera.
That mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about how it would drag the conversation on too long, I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the
And
past,
oh boy, does she
leaving
talk
him
about it.
victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you.
Yeah, because Futaba also entered her own palace, which confirmed that you can enter your palace.
By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well. I mean,
Also, like, the entirety of Persona 4 is about people being thrown into their own palace.
Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
Easily.
We consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I love the don't remember drugs answer, but it's oddly unsatisfying, so I'm just gonna say I was.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake.
Yes.
But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Yeah, I
If he
overdosed.
lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
Slightly less tough than I'm pretending.
It freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
He did.
I wanted to believe.
He did. We saw that in the cutscene.
Considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient.
You
and
could
let this
interpret it
person
though
get
as
things
Ryuji
settled
was the
down.
only one that really
I
believed in
finally
us.
feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry.
This is why Ryuji is my favorite best
Now
friend
that
in
I
any
think
of the
about
Persona
it, my
games.
interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke.
Then again,
Why
he's
interrogate
competing
someone
against
who was meant to die?
Kanji and
They just
not
wanted to
Kanji.
avoid backlash.
Kenji?
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
You
saved me, after all.
Yosuke.
That's reassuring. to hear.
Yosuke
I'll do whatever I can to help too.
and Junpei. He's competing against Junpei and Yosuke?
Let's take a break for
Yusuke?
now, though. This
Yosuke.
old brain is pooped.
Yosuke.
Feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
Yosuke. Yep.
Leave.
I meant
Plus,
Yosuke.
you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
32729. Renamamiya.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe
Jesus,
he's a
kids.
politician. Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Diet building?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
We have... what about Akechi?
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy...
I really doubt anyone has a problem with this.
Let's win this together. Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with
Meanwhile,
this
Dad's
tomorrow.
background. I'm just serving coffee. I don't know what's happening.
We need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
I'm gonna be honest, I think what we just did was like the hardest thing about this plan. Because from now on, all we have to do is not get murdered and then attack a palace.
We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them.
You know, you might criticize the scene for being unrealistic, but let me just say that if you have ever put yourself in a situation where you can give an evil monologue, it's incredibly fun and satisfying to give an evil monologue. So I understand. I do it all the time.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Aww.
I'm going to stay with you until the very
Good
end.
kitty.
Well,
looks like things finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest. The chief's right. Let's hit the hay. Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't going to show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me. They haven't said anything to me, even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that.
yeah.
Alright, important question, what's going on with TV? So far, the police have shared very little information about the boy believed to be the culprit. The police are likely being careful about what they reveal, as this is a rare, unusual incident. The move has been successful, and there's not been any major outcry as of yet. It's good for us that too much information hasn't been made out. We probably have Nijima to thank. That reminds me, your relationship with Akechi unexpectedly grew stronger, didn't it? Even though Akechi was talking to the fake you at the time? What do you mean? Akechi met the cognitive you in the palace. I don't know what he said to that version of you in there, but we should make use of this. And if nothing else, it shows our operation was a smashing success.
Well...
Well, we tried decorating our room, because I don't think there's anything to decorate my room with.
Nice.
Alright, tell me your entire plan. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kind of came in handy. How so? Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see the GPS info for the two phones, yours and his. Now what could I do with that information? I'd be able to pull the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and the beep sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. Oh, well fuck me, I guess they did explain it, never mind. But there was the chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why I needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi. This plan still surprises me, no matter how many times I hear it.
But...
This is the very first Persona antagonist? I mean, I've seen Earring Boy. Are you showing me Earring Boy? I know what Earring Boy looks like. Oh! That's not Earring Boy! What? Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse nav. It's a mysterious app, after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is press the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Wahaha, pretty good, huh? I'm actually more shocked that that made sense. According to this guy who said IF isn't SMT but Persona 0, IF is... which game? It may have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested and shot. But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit. Yeah, might as well. Well, since the rest of us got captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything 24/7. You know, it's a good thing they separate this from the main conversation because she goes on about how this works for a while. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized that what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more? Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Bam.
Another tough part was figuring out how Sai Nijima and Akechi, how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So Sai and Akechi had to go through where the metaverse nav activated, as in the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room, but nothing could be sent to a phone inside the palace, so I had to program the messages beforehand. In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kind of last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Want to hear more? Let's see, Shin Megami Tensei IF, a spin-off that takes place in an alternate universe where Apocalypse from SMT1 doesn't happen. Ah, gotcha. Oh, so it goes like IF and then Persona 1? Because the Apocalypse didn't have... Okay. Oh, and then it's if. Like, if the Apocalypse. Okay, I get you. Yep, keep going. Let me see. Another problematic thing was... Oh, yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough. Excusez-moi. I obviously didn't mean the real Akechi. Even if I could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all this now? You play as Tamaki. My mic is in the way. Uchida, who goes from sitting in class to hacking demons to pieces with an ice pick real quick. Yo, my kind of girl.
Alright, let's go.
Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive Ren. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting with Sai Nijima in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace. Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night that it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition. I love that your idea that there was a last-minute, oh, fuck, moment. Because you told Sai to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a little bit. So we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up, though it really wasn't much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Sai Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid. It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on the floor. But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she really does use Knuckles as her weapon. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. All sorts of stuff happened. Phew. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that, just focus on resting up. You don't have anything else to worry about. And seriously, well done, Ren. I love the idea that we just got a group of people together and, like, Makoto just punched fucking Akechi and knocked him out and just tied him up. That's amazing. Alright.
Hey, listen.
No, I do not.
Man.
Alright, I mean, you gonna let me go to the bathroom? The chief is right. You should really make sure your body gets rest for that. You know what I should do is go to the bathroom more than once every 10 months. You really did a great job. You should take it easy today. She found it in the fencing club. She argues with the writer's self-insert and doesn't talk about her old school. And when you return to Revelation, she goes fencing club. She gives you a sword and tell her that she used it at her old school. Oh, that's a nice little Easter egg. All right, I think I'm gonna save the game now. Yep, save the game. All right, everyone leave.
I'm gonna head back.
Guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Apparently, Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves! He's a hero. I'm glad Akechi's back. I hope they can catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves, too. He really is amazing. Are they all on a definitive timeline?
Phew.
Or like multiple timelines, I guess? There's no point even having... Fuck off. There's no point even having an election. Shido's gonna win. Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him, like he can fix whatever problems he has. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end. I'm just swapping voices every sentence. We'll show you. Pikachu, she works with the Konozuma clan at Kunzi Detective Agency. You know, Konozuma from Devil Summoner? No, I didn't know that. I've never played a Devil Summoner ever. The only thing I know about Devil Summoner, I don't know anything about Devil Summoner. I was gonna say, the only thing I know about it is the really hard boss fight, but even that's not Devil Summoner, that's Digital Devil Saga. And I read Devil Survivor, but that's not the same thing, so no, I have no idea what Devil Summoner is. I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? You're a bad teacher. No, I'm fine, thanks. You're alive! The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused, but as long as you're safe. Don't worry about school, just take care of yourself. I love that everyone calls you to make sure you didn't fucking die. They're like, yo, are you fucking dead, dude? What happened? You good? You dead? What's going on? Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together. Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over for some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah. I received word from Mamma Mia's family that'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyway? It's almost time. Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. That suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site's a real mess right now. Yeah, I can imagine. They think I'm dead. But I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. Hey, I got a chat from Oya. Let's see, Atlas wants the timeline to be Devil Summoner, the one in the 1920s, I think, versus the Soulless Army, 1920, yep. Devil Summoner, Raido Konza versus King Abaddon, 1921, well, that one just makes sense. SMT If, 1994, Devil Summoner, 1995, Persona 1996, Persona 2, 1999, Devil Summoner, Soul Hackers in the not-too-distant future of 2002, then Persona 3 in 2009, and so on. I was not aware that the Devil Summoners took place in the same timeline as Persona. I guess it makes sense because the world's not fucking over, though. Some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thieves. Are you okay? I'm fine. Really? That's good. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? I gotta prepare for myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later. I love that Oya's like, yo, are you dead? And you're like, I'm not dead. And she's like, okay, good. You're still alive? I smell a story coming up. I'm gonna get ready for it. You don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's a day off, so eat your curry, take it easy. You can take your time with it, it's not like any customers are going to be showing up. Okay. Because personas, we all know, contradict each other, and current persona makes it impossible for Demon Summoner to exist anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Look, we all know Personas 1 through 4 aren't canon. And then when Persona 6 comes out, it will be 1 through 5. Have you guys tried to figure out the keyword to Shido's Palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. Although, I did figure out that if you think of Tartarus as like Ryoji's palace in Persona 3, then, like, because Tartarus and the Dark Hour function remarkably similar to how palaces work in Persona 5, where the world itself is pretty normal, but one location, namely the school, turns into Tartarus, whereas, like, compare that to Kamoshida, for example, where everything is pretty normal outside, but the school turns into a castle, you know? And people turn into coffins, but that's just similar to how Kaneshiro sees people as ATMs. And because from Ryoji's perspective, as the avatar of death, he sees people as dead. So you can jam those two together and make them fit, and it doesn't take that much effort. And we all know that Persona 4 takes place in an alternate part of the collective unconscious, whereas the Dark Hour and the palaces in Persona 5 take place more on a surface level, where everything takes place in a TV in Persona 4. It is hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering if he's been behind all of those mental shutdowns. Doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April. Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. There went my audio. God damn it. Wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? But it's the subway. Does he not care about the innocent lives? This man seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly, there are tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Masayoshi Shido, how many has he killed over the years? How could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try and think about it on site? Let's try that. If we're gonna go, I'd like Ren-kun to join, but will that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Ren-kun join us then. Remember though, we're going there with the intent of not being seen. Okay, well let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace open.
Well then.
Alright, let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay? This is where you put on one of those face masks they wear in Japan to prevent other people from getting sick.
What is it?
You going out? That's the plan. You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done if you get caught, right? Sheesh, the stunts you pull sometimes. Don't stay out too late. Demo summoners don't contradict each other. The way summon demons is always the same. In 1920, devils used tubes that held individual demons. Modern day, they used gun-shaped computer guns, and then dark summoners summon demons through cursed objects, for example, nesting dolls, a Bible, a saxophone.
All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji.
Hey, my audio's back.
It's the highest place in the country.
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
That is a incredibly telling and dark statement she just made.
Imperial Palace?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea. There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
I will say, though, that I think the reason that personas are all summoned in different ways is because they're all acquired in different ways in all of the games. So that is the explanation, at least, for why...
Excuse me.
For why there's a different summoning method.
High school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the National Diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust.
Except for Futaba acquires her the same ways as 4, but...
With a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Well, in,
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, in Assassin's Creed 1, it made total sense for a couple reasons. One, because wearing like head coverings and like heavy long clothing like that was actually fairly common for people just in general to protect themselves from the sun coming down on them. But also it was because the assassins, or the Hashashin, I believe is the correct number of shiz in the word. The Hashashin were just like an organization that just existed and just ran around, and people knew about them and existed openly. And then the robes just carried into the other ones. Although, for Assassin's Creed 1 specifically, and then the future games, there's actually a clever little thing with the top of the hood where it comes down, where you pull the hood, and it's designed to resemble a beak because, at least for like the first 3 Assassin's Creed games, every Assassin's Creed's protagonist's name meant eagle, and they have the eagle vision, so everything was like eagle themed, and it was supposed to resemble the beak of an eagle, excuse me. Tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They're also so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a Metropolitan Assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet member, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. Shido's a cabinet minister? For real? He's specifically appointed to the position. That's his current title. Apparently, he won a contest for who people would most like to have as their boss. Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become the Prime Minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words. Only played 1 and dropped 2 because you hated it. I dropped the series after 3 and played a little bit of 4, but I dropped it after 3. Congratulations! Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. It's preposterous. This isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. What's so great about him? I seriously don't get it. He's a strong leader who protects his citizens well, supposedly. Is everyone blind? We'll just need to shed light on who he really is. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? She's hoping she can be of help as well. Fine by me. Okay, I'll tell her that. Okay, we'll figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. Yeah, after Assassin's Creed 3's ending, which is... it is ridiculous. What's with all the love for Shido? I get No One Knows the Truth, but it still creeps me out. I just fucking outright quit the fucking series. I'm like, I am done with this nonsense.
Okay.
It's time we show Shido who's the boss and snap out the public at the trance they're in. The Phantom Thieves incident came to a shocking end as the leader committed suicide after arrest. Some are insisting for police to take responsibility for failing to prevent the suicide, but most of the public is praising Mr. Goro Akechi and his team for stopping the Phantom Thieves. Looks like we really pulled the wool over their eyes. We better act now before they realize. There's nothing more suspicious than having this fucking poster in my room, but then again, they already know, so whatever. Wear a hood or something when you're out in public, where people might recognize you, okay? I need to go get my lottery money.
Hey.
That should put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san said. We can't go wrong leaving thanks to Masayoshi Shido. Shido's gonna be this election too, right? Politicians like him are promising. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 ends with a literal Deus Ex Machina. Like a literal one. Like, Deus Ex Machina means God from the machine, and literally it is the plot is solved by a God coming out of a machine. It's the worst. It's just the worst. As your physician, I would like to confirm something. Please contact me as soon as you see this. I am still alive, Doctor. Stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I got nervous when I saw you in the news. We'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine. It's nothing but the Phantom Thieves on TV. You're probably speaking. You're not. Oh, that's right. Aren't you all supposed to be gathering here today? Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. It's almost time for our meeting. I wonder if anybody's figured out the keyword. And that is why we will not be playing Assassin's Creed 3 on stream, ever.
No good.
How many do we miss?
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about. We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on?
You know, I actually think I prefer the current art style.
Sure thing.
Goro Akechi. Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
Phantom
I don't really think about my favorite video game cover art.
It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the past?
Drakengard 3's cover's pretty cool. But I am just saying that because I'm literally just picking up random games and looking at them.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
What's P5's?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way.
Yeah, P5's is cool, but it's nothing like super notable. It's just like a stylistic splash page of important characters.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh, right.
I like Catherine's.
Campaigning.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
It sounds like the same voice I heard back then.
Man, talk about being
Okay, so I get that it's dark and shit, and that's like, and he was stressed out, and that's used as the excuse, but I will say one thing. it is absolutely fucking absurd that he doesn't remember Shido's face, just in general. And it's so utterly unnecessary that he doesn't know Shido's face, because the entire game points to Shido being the culprit anyway. So they could have just been like, man, fuck that guy. Hey, Ryuji ran off towards the station. This way, hurry. By the way, did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago. Like, the only reason I can think of for why they don't just, like, let him remember who Shido is because they would probably have went after him pretty damn quickly, like, before Okumura, and then that would have fucked up the, like, game's themes, but that's okay. The game can't be perfect. I hope Ryuji doesn't try anything. We'll stand out too much if we all go together. Please investigate this on your own, Ren. So the one behind the death of Haru's father may be out there. Please check it out, Ren-kun. I'll just wait here and bide my time. Yeah, that makes sense. Instead of all of you people going, let's send the one who's fucking dead to go check on the guy who wants to kill me. That's a good plan. Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals and criminals who have taken a strong foothold in our society. Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of hope, dreams, and hope. Shido? Is it that Shido? He's here? Where? Where is he? Whoa, this is amazing. Let's go check it out. So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world. Is that guy Shido? That's right. He's a strong, admirable man. Even more than Dad? Well, yeah, I'd say so. Shido's a wonderful person. I'm judging you right now. I'm not sure I actually know what Persona 3's original cover was. Let me go look it up.
Let us all set sail toward a happy future together.
I typed in 4 instead.
Is that the guy? You guys wait.
Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. I have no idea what is going on behind him, but it looks kind of cool.
Hey, yo, Shido-san. Stand back. I just want to talk to him for a sec.
Oh, no, wait. Is that the original one? Oh, that cover's not very good. Oh, there's like 2 different covers.
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people?
Oh, man. Fess is fucking boring.
What are you talking about?
That moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me. It seems the customer base has changed since I was here.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. The Japanese cover was the one where I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool looking.
This ain't a show.
Get lost, kid.
Damn, brat! I'll sue!
This man, there's no mistake. He's the same man as the one before.
What are you?
See, this is why it was so accurate when I when I originally played the game and acted like Ren had the memory of a goldfish. I think Ren with goldfish memory is the canon version of Ren, to be honest. I don't care what the anime says, Ren has the memory of a fucking goldfish. There's too many options in the game for him to not remember things for me to think that he doesn't have memory problems. He's why I got arrested.
Wait, He's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Alright, I'm gonna put it out here. This has nothing to do with anything. Like, with the game, or Persona box art, or Ren's clearly limited memory. But I want to know how much Haru's outfit cost. Just in general, I just want to know how much money it is.
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
I want to know myself.
Talk about a destined connection. Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
Oh yeah, man, reversible covers used to be a thing.
Shido was already a
The Darkness 2 has a really cool reversible cover.
Some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything.
But I don't think the main cover is that cool.
Ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass. What he's saying and doing are completely different.
But now that we found out who
That's
did
not
it,
what you meant?
can't something be done about his
Oh,
record?
maybe I should look at the picture better.
Have made a judgment.
But I do want to talk. But seriously, the reversible covers though used to be a thing, and they were cool. Oh yeah, it's just literally on the back.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change
What do you know?
of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person. He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is...
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at it. I got it.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite.
Oh, you know, I
man
always
while
liked
looking
Kingdom
down on
Hearts 2's cover.
Worst.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet Building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet Building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
The guy behind everything turned out to be your arch enemy. What an oddly poetic twist.
I should write something.
We have yet another reason to fight now. This really gets my blood pumping. Why do I want to know how much Haru's clothes cost? There is actually no reason. I'm just curious. Because she's like this like super rich girl. So I just want to know. I don't even have a reason or an ulterior motive. It's just raw curiosity. We'll be searching for the keyword again tomorrow. You should get some sleep. The election date for the House of Representatives was announced today. Election season has begun. Candidates from all parties have taken to the streets asking for support from voters. United Future's Masayoshi Shido has been actively giving speeches in Yongan-jaya and other areas. Can you believe how popular he is? But that guy is such a bastard. You're telling me.
I'll just add this.
You want to know about Hifumi's? You know, I'm not that big of a fan of Hifumi's dress. She's also not that rich. So I feel like the cost would be less important, but like you could probably buy it. Oh yeah, those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing the school uniforms. Might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. I should wear my school uniform when I head out tomorrow. That's terrible advice. That's terrible advice. No, that's bad. We're gonna do it anyway, but that is just dumb what you just suggested. Seems like there'll be a higher voter turnout this election. It'll totally be an easy win for Shido-kun. He really got famous from all that Phantom Thief, but he's on track to become Prime Minister. Guess I should be on Cheeto's side. Yeah. I've been paying attention to the news lately. Aren't you proud of me? Don't leave it on hoping that Akechi will be there. Well, not that I blame you. He's a real hero. I think Masayuki Shido is even more amazing, though. He's the first politician I've ever believed in. Oh, I know Shido-san, too. Sounds like he really wants to improve the country. Can't they see they're being lied to? We have to do something. So who do you like? Because two of them sound annoying as fuck. I actually... Okay, well, keep in mind that we've only played Fess, Persona 4, and Persona 5. And of that, there are... 6 analysis characters, maybe 7. I don't remember who analysis is for you before Futaba in this game. But the only 2 I actually have problems with are Teddy and Fuka. And it's because Fuka's voice actor, no offense to the actress, I'm sure she's perfectly fine, she reads all of her lines like a fucking robot. All of them. 1 and 2 have no analysis characters. It's not true that the Phantom Thieves leader died, right? Everything's fine. Thank goodness. There's no way they... Oh, and the other one's Teddy, obviously. Everyone knows I hate Teddy. It's Teddy. I don't like Fuka and I don't like Teddy. Thank goodness. There's no way the Phantom Thieves could be defeated. Man, it's such a relief to hear things are okay. Well, if you need anything, it'll be at the arcade. I think Pache also likes Fuka. In fact, as far as... I've never really met anyone else other than me that doesn't like Fuka. I just don't like Fuka. I find her to be the most boring character, like, ever. She's like, I'm Fuka. Oh no. I hope this isn't checkmate. I have seen a lot of Rise hate. I actually liked Rise. Rise, I think, was like my second favorite girl that you could date in that game. But I went with Yumi. Because Yumi's fucking great. And she's real underappreciated. Because everyone always picks the music club, but it's drama club for life, bitch! I hope this isn't checkmate. It's a reverse pin. Thank goodness you're all right. You're such a bad student. Hiding the pieces isn't allowed, you know. Well, if you need anything, I'll be at church. I also got a chat message from Yoshida. The Phantom Thieves have been on the news recently, so I was wondering how you're doing. Are you gonna give up without accomplishing your goal? No problems here. So you're okay? That's a relief. I'm expecting great things from the Phantom Thieves. If you need anything, I'm happy to help, my comrade. Feels pretty weird seeing you around on weekday. Are you talking to me? You aren't. You're taking off tonight, right? Sheesh, you're such a risk taker. Listen, make sure nobody notices you, okay? Don't go walking around in your school uniform like you're doing, because it's your most distinguishing trait, and everyone's gonna immediately be like, hey, that's totally the leader of the Phantom Thieves walking around and not being dead. We have to do something about the keyword for sure this time. I don't necessarily have a problem with Fuka's voice. I have a problem with her reading.
Suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long. But we still have no hint.
Also, I just hate Teddy. I don't even necessarily find his voice annoying. I just don't like the character of Teddy.
Ah, shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys. He wants to become Prime Minister, even if it means trampling on others. Fortune.
Teddy's Lucifer. I have heard the name of that theory, but I have never watched the video.
Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Steer?
Honestly, I think Teddy's just a cognition created by the necessity of a TV program having a mascot. Is it a ship?
It was a match?
What? The Diet Building's a ship? What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
Get closer to the wall just in case. All right, do it.
No joke, you know his human form. Who, Lucifer's or Teddy's or both, because they're identical. Do I gotta look up Lucifer in SMT? Or just MT? Or a Lucifer? Lucifer. I'm a type in SMT. I feel like I'm more likely to get something with typing in SMT. Here we go. What are we looking at? That doesn't look anything like Teddy. Although that's a cool fucking design. Jesus Christ. What is he wearing in this game? Is that cooler? Is he cooler in SMT than he is in Persona 5? I can't allow that.
Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
Oh yeah, he does kinda... He looks a little bit like Teddy. They have like the same hair color, and Teddy does have blue eyes.
Completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
But I mean, so does On. So
Beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Sheik.
And Aegis.
What in the world is he thinking? Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward, my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country. A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country.
And Magnum
centered.
Jesus?
I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire.
Maybe not Mag. I don't remember what his eye color is.
Completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
Business as usual.
Come on, what a lame way to start this off.
No? I think that's how it should be. We haven't failed yet, so if we calmly give this our all, the results will surely follow. We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
Wait.
If our clothes aren't changing, I guess he doesn't see us as a threat yet, huh? Speaking of that, shouldn't Ren been disguising himself on the way here? Seeing someone in disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird. Well, we don't have to worry about any of that once we steal the treasure. Let's do this. Yeah, except they know we're the Phantom Thieves. And I'm most oftenly seen in my uniform. So no, it would... Why didn't... In fact, it would have made more fucking sense for you all to have changed your fucking clothes than for me to show up in my uniform. Pardon me. Oh yeah, who are we bringing? Haru's social link isn't finished yet. But Haru is the most useful, so we're gonna bring Haru. Me fight? Okay, I'll work extra hard for you to... Great, you're coming. Great, I'll give it my all. Have a singer coming. Oh yeah, can we get into the Velvet Room? I want to check if... I want to check if Lucifer is in fact cooler in SMT than he is in Persona 5. Because if I remember, he's just like a giant blue demon man in this. In which case, I would much rather the SMT version. And I can't find a door to the Velvet Room, so I guess we're not doing that.
Indeed.
Masayu Shishida's palace. I wonder what awaits us within. Let's go find out. It's time we begin our infiltration. I understand why you might already see us as a threat. Are you talking? You're not. But why are even the passengers wearing masks? You think they're trying to be Phantom Thieves back like Haru with that beauty thief stuff? That's not quite enough.
It looks like...
Whatever the reason, it reflects Shido's mentality. Surely he doesn't view others normally.
You're right.
Given the insane nature of his distortion, I'm surprised they even appear as people. Lucifer tries to kill Izanami in Digital Devil Story, Megami Tensei. Izanami, the fog, represents law. Wilford ignorance. Teddy's the investigation team, represents chaos, free thought. It's very unlikely we'll end up in battles from here forward. Be on your guard, everyone. Who are you? Don't you think you could talk to an undercast of Mr. Shido so casually? Oh, really? Well, then the SMT4 one is fucking hype as shit. What an odd costume what an odd costume. Is that what young people are into nowadays? Hell yeah. Grr! Joker, an enemy. Really? Everyone hates it? Oh man, I thought it was cool. Oh, it's attacking us with all these people around. Oh shit, watch out, it's a Manticore? Guard dog of Hades? Oh, is this supposed to be Cerberus? Or Theseus? Theseus? Not Theseus. No. No. Cerberus' cousin. Mane of Snakes. Gets fucking murdered by, I think, Perseus. I don't remember. Fuck it. Who cares? Who cares who I'm talking about? The game will just tell me when I shoot it anyway.
No. Come. You're mine.
Orpheus. Ah, is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained. Indeed, those privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team. Baha! Ah ha ha ha! Yaha ha 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 ha! What is this people? Was with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed? It seems like they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship. They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make them see what this ship really is. SMT, Lucifer takes the form of a high school girl. Alright. And then he said, I cast thee out of heaven. Isn't that, like, totally rude? That's just wonderful, what I'm looking at, actually. Let's be honest here. Lucifer is a high school girl, so I'm down. Behold my eternal lockpick. Wasn't locked. Didn't need it. What an absurd time investment for an item you don't get to keep. My, that was quite a show. Are you entertainment?
Hey.
Joker, we should go. It would be a problem if we started drawing attention to us. Oh shit, a dog. How long is this dungeon? They say it's the longest one, but it actually feels shorter to me than Okumura's. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, I thought I was about to die. I was like, wait, what? Why is it reflecting? Anyway, they say it's the longest. I don't think it's going to be that long. It's also the last one-ish, because the one that comes up after this is actually relatively short. Like, the final dungeon is going to take us maybe 10 minutes, 15 if I'm, like, really tired and my brain isn't working properly. Because it's mostly just block puzzles. Or, not block, plate puzzle. It's mostly just a long puzzle. So as long as my brain is working at the moment and I can think properly, I should be able to fly through it. SMT4 takes the form of a high school girl. That sounds like something that would be right up to...
Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous. In order to save...
You know, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying the evidence is tenuous at best. Should I use Moffredine? I'm gonna use Moffredine. Alright, now I need you to baton pass to me. And now I'm gonna one-shot kill it.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
That was an easy battle.
Don't think you can stop me.
Surrounded by weaklings. What, did they sneak up on you? Nice, Joker.
Hey, you can't hit me. You know who I am? I've got Saint Naliel. You bitch!
You're mine.
Alright, glad we won. Okay.
This is such a waste of a persona that's actually more built for magic.
Okay.
We're done here. Let's go, Joker.
Like, if I had fused it into, like, dealing, like, almighty damage, that would have been way smarter than what I actually did. Isn't it? There's only like 12 or 13 episodes of that show, though. Like, if I got that far, I'd have just stopped. Or, like, I would have just kept going.
All right.
Good job.
Honestly, I think I gave that show a 3. Like, I was not about it. I just thought it was, like, dumb and awkward.
I'll reveal your true form.
Hey, I got Cerberus. Kerberos, if you will. Because the Greeks don't have C sounds in their language. I'm gonna be right back. Alright. Alrighty. I don't know why I'm still wearing these headphones, actually. I can't hear anything.
I have something.
I can sense the treasure's presence. It's that way. Let's go, guys. Yeah, I don't know. This dungeon actually feels relatively short, though, compared to Akumaris. But maybe that's just because it entertained me more. Where are we going? I'm sensing the treasure that way. Oh, yeah. You're gonna make me get locked out. Alright.
These huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
475 people in favor. 0 against.
You found it kind of boring?
I hear something.
Since there is no one
Oh, this dungeon?
this bill will be unanimously
I mean, it's not the best one in the game, but I didn't have any real problems with it.
Was that Shiro's voice?
If this truly is the representative's chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
Not like Okumaris. Not like Okumaris at all.
That's usually seen on the news.
Honestly, I find the absolute last one the worst one, though.
Yeah. So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed. So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification.
But, again, should only take like
His
15
follower
minutes.
Swear loyalty. So basically, we need to prove that we're on his side.
We'll have to pretend.
You sure move on quick.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship?
Great idea.
That thought never crossed my mind.
Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us?
We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an Ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive. It'd explain the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here.
We can at least gather information. It helps that everyone's wearing masks. We'll blend in even with our attire.
He must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else. Just like him. Well then, let's split up and ask around. Well then.
It looks like everyone's taken off to go gather intel. There's no doubt I can sense the treasures behind this door. Looks like we've already hit the jackpot. Let's go talk to the others. Alright, what's going on with y'all? Hey, An, how's it going? One of the VIPs used to belong to nobility. Yeah, that must be why he can't enter the sacred place. I heard he's not easily seen, either. But why would someone of his stature always be by the poolside? Well, I guess he must be there for a reason. I don't think it's swimming. Ha 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 ha. Your masks are about as equal as Superman's glasses at hiding your identity. Actually, you're right about that, first off, because every time we go into a palace, the palace owner is immediately like, I know it's you! You're Yusuke Kitagawa! You literally work for me! So they don't hide our identities at all, and we all know that, and everyone knows they're useless for that. But you would be surprised about Superman's glasses, because, what's his name? Henry Cavill, like the current Superman actor from like the Man of Steel movies and stuff, he went to like New York in front of like a large billboard advertisement for like Batman versus Superman, and he put on glasses and he wore like just Superman shirt with the logo, and no one recognized him. So it's actually shockingly effective. Well, he must like it for some. Well, he must like it for some reason, but I don't think it's swimming. Ha 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 ha.
Hey.
Beyond this door is the VIP area, and the main assembly hall is the sacred place. Looks like we can't get in unless Shido accepts us. I mean, I liked Man of Steel, and only Man of Steel. Yeah, the shitty ones, basically. Although, has there been a good Superman movie? Probably not. Oh, you have the elegance and refinement so sorely lacking in the ordinary citizenry. My, such flattery. A high-class aura emanates from you as well. Ah, so you noticed, ha ha ha. Most certainly, ha ha ha. Hey, these guys totally ignore me when I try and talk to them. Do I look that much like I don't got any money? Is it because of the skull mask or something? So I am well aware that I am giving the deeper voice to the women. I did that on accident the first time, and now it's just a thing I'm doing.
The effects of cognition are low here.
Hey, a model gun. Too bad I don't need it.
You got it.
Looks like there's a safe room in here. This might be a good place to discuss where we've gathered our info. Futaba. I see an awful lot of you standing here and not fucking doing anything. You're some kind of sadist for making me get info from complete strangers, Joker. But I'll do it. I'm going to avenge my mom. Yup, you're really really doing it, Futaba. Good job. I wish there was a patter on the head option, like just pat, 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 pat. You're certainly trying. What's going on, Haru? I'm not entirely sure how to speak to people here. I either remained silent or spoke in simple pleasantries during Father's business relations. You'll argue for Batman and Batman Returns over Dark Knight because you didn't really like Dark Knight? Okay. So here's the thing. I didn't like Dark Knight either. I liked the first one. What was it, like? I want to say Batman Begins, or like the very first one where he fights Ra's al Ghul, but they call him Ra's because none of them know that name's pronounced Raish. Like that one. Hey. Is this a map of the ship? We'll definitely be able to use this to our advantage. Let's take it with us. But I didn't actually like the one with the Joker. Like, no offense to Heath Ledger, like, I know he's dead and all, but I didn't really like his portrayal of the character or anything about that movie, and I thought The Dark Knight Rises was a fucking train wreck. So this is the president of a TV station. Indeed, Mr. Shido has quite the large circle of acquaintances. It seems like you have to be at least that important to be considered a VIP. I'm truly envious. Why don't you go play the slots with him? That might get his attention.
Indeed.
It appears these people all want to be accepted as one of Shido's special customers. Either way, I've gained some information on the VIPs. We should discuss this later. Good job, Yusuke. I'd like to pat you on the head too, but the game doesn't give me a pat ally on head option. There's a shadow! Causing a commotion might ruin our ability to gather intel. Let's leave it unknown for now. Looks like this is a safe room. This might be a good place to discuss our info.
You got it.
Did I miss someone? I'm gonna feel like an asshole when I realize which one of my party members I didn't talk to. Haru. Did I talk to Makoto? I didn't talk to Makoto. My, even Mr. Oh is a VIP? I just saw him at a restaurant. To think an important politician like him has been invited here. While support from the political world should mean mental shutdowns are as viable as ever. Haha, I'm quite envious. I wonder if there's a way I can get to know him better myself. If you wish. Hearing people speak so casually about mental shutdowns makes my head spin. But it seems as though we need certification from 5 VIPs to become a special customer. These people are willing to share anything. Perhaps it's because their faces are hidden.
Well then.
Agreed. Mark Hamill is best Joker. We've gathered a good amount of info. We might be able to regroup and go over it all now. How did it go for all of you? Not great, but not bad either. Wow. I was able to get a bit of intel as well. We should sort through what all we've gained for now. Well, I took a look at the map we attained earlier and found what appears to be a safe room. Right here. Whoa. Oh, it's close. Perfect. Let's go over our intel there. Joker, we gotta head over to the safe room so we can discuss stuff and stuff. Yep, I know. I know, Ryuji. I am injured. Probably because I keep shooting my guns. Alright, when we get a save tomorrow, that's when we're going to call the stream. So, it should be pretty soon. Still, this is a surprise. All the cognitive guests in this palace seem like real humans. The casino earlier looked pretty real too, but talking with these guests was a whole nother story.
You have that right.
You have that right. This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Shido's a formidable foe. Come on, no need to freak out. I'm not freaking out. I was just thinking it'll be easier to make a plan since they can talk normally. Alright, let's put together this information we gathered. So we gotta get a letter of introduction from 5 VIPs. And those letters become the key cards?
You're right.
Exactly. Now let's go over what we've all learned. First, according to my intel, one of the VIPs is an influential politician by the name of Oh. He's supposedly seen at the restaurant at night and sits at a table near the window. I'll go next. I heard about a prominent VIP who used to be nobility? Sounds like he's usually by the pool. Next is my intelligence. It seems the president of a television station is also a VIP. Okay, can I maybe be honest? When I got to this game and it said like a television VIP, I wanted it to be Tonica, and I was very disappointed that it wasn't Tonica. He always plays slots at night. It would seem he spends his money quite lavishly. Crap, I'm starting to forget people already. Next up is my turn. For real? Even you got info? Of course, I eavesdropped. Supposedly, one of the VIPs is the president of an IT company. He's always in his room and reportedly enters from an exclusive hallway.
Listen up.
Well then, I'll close us out. How the hell did you get info with your looks? It seems like some guy they call The Cleaner is another VIP. I've heard that he's cautious, so it's probably best if we check out the other VIPs first. Cleaner. I wonder what they mean by that. Wait a minute, after all the VIPs were listed, this one's a cleaner? Is he really a VIP? Supposedly. I'm sorry, I couldn't get any information. Me neither, so don't worry about it, okay? Let's just go work harder during the battle. You're right, I'll do my best. But there's a bigger problem, you know? My memory's, not so great. Anyway, who was who? That's no use. I can't keep the profiles of 5 people straight in my head. I can only remember about 2 of them. What about you, Joker? My memory is pristine.
Really?
Really? Wow.
We're up against
5 people. The politician, a former noble, a TV station president, an IT company president, and a cleaner. We got certification from them and obtained letters of introduction that'll serve as keycards. But only for the cleaner. Only go for the cleaner after the other 4 have been dealt with, right? Wow, now that's impressive. You go, genius. If we can't remember the details of the VIP, let's reconvene inside a safe room. Alright, let's get this done quickly. We know to get into the main assembly hall now. Should we head home? Huh? You want to go back already? There are people in here with special letters. That means Shido's trust them to a certain extent. It would be best to consider them as powerful individuals. We do not want to get too hasty. Let us take our time here.
Well,
I guess we do a little more time to spare. Well then, let's head back for today. Alright. Hey, Velvet Room! Finally! And with that, I can... Actually, I want to confirm that my Yoshitsune is, in fact, as broken as I can make him, and he is. Perfect. Seems you long to be impressed... Blah, whatever. You say that every fucking time. Let's see. Tomorrow... I should have full control over the game again. So then we'll save and then it'll be... I'm gonna let my wand wander by sitting on this fucking toilet. You look pretty relaxed despite your situation. I suppose we can answer any questions you have. What, actually, you know what? Did I ask these? What is a persona? In the depths of their hearts, all humans have a self that differs from the ones they are normally aware of. It's a mask that protects their heart when they confront the external world. The power to pull out that willingly and use it in a battle is a persona's ability. Shadows can only be defeated by attacks from Persona users. In other words, you guys are their natural enemies. That's about it. Okay, so that statement right there does in fact confirm that the reason that we're wearing masks and we're pulling off our masks to summon our personas is that these aren't necessarily the true personas of our heart, but these are the personas that we view as the ones we put on when we're rebelling against society and putting forth our justice. So these are not our true selves like they are in Persona 4, with the exception of Necronomicon probably being Futaba's because she obtained hers like the Persona 4 version. What is a confidant? Did you forget already, inmate? You have like 1 million of them. Confidants are people with whom you made a bond with based on similar beliefs or aesthetics. By deepening your relation to those who possess talents you don't have, you will in turn gain power. Our master is one of those confidants too, remember that. That's about it, but there seems to be more you ask. The explanation of confidants was unsatisfactory, and I still don't know how or why they work. What are shadows? The depths of the hearts of humans share a single wide area that's like a sea. This is essentially the same as the concept that is collectively referred to as the collective unconsciousness. People typically avert their eyes from that world, and the darkness in their hearts may float there. When one of them takes form, it becomes a shadow. However, the shadows you see in palaces are trapped by distortions and made into slaves of its ruler. There's no way they would overlook intruders like you. So, wait a minute, what causes a shadow to form? Okay, so it's when it's one of the concepts, like one of the ideas takes form from the Sea of Unconsciousness. Okay. Okay. And then the shadows get trapped inside of a palace. Because the palace itself is separated from the rest of the Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I did mention head patting. Shadows and Personas. Shadows are only affected by attacks from Persona users. That's because Personas are, in essence, the same as Shadows. A hidden self that differs from the everyday self, one's true nature that they don't want to acknowledge. In other words, the shadows within you. The power to make use of that ability is the Persona ability. Apparently, anyone who looks within themselves and faces their hidden intentions hears its voice. Have they announced what it is? As far as I know, it just exists. Like, I'm not going to be excited for Persona 5R until I know what it is. Because it might just be like, Persona 5R, the mobile game, where you can play through the entire story of Persona 5, but you can pay like $1 million for every gacha download, so you too can unlock these following Personas. Shadow transformations. The Palace Shadows return to their natural form during the battle in order to unleash their full potential. And it's not that their form truly changes, rather their appearance before battle is what's distorted. The reason why their natural forms look like personas is because they are both one and the same. Their appearance as gods and demons may be related to them being the image of the power all mankind shares. Alright, that makes sense. You hope it's a racing game? Yo, if it's a racing game, I might actually get it. Shadow masks. The masks that shadows wear when they're not in battle are symbols they are dominated by distortion. To tear that off and force their body to change must be very bewildering for them. No shadow could be fully on guard immediately after having that done to them. Your violent history must have aided you in thinking up such an effective method. Alright, that's fair. I'm satisfied. Now I'm gonna lay to bed. What are you doing, inmate? You don't have time to be laying around.
Please hear me.
Please hear me. These are the final words I leave for you. If my voice has reached you, I am most likely no more. Even so, I must relay this to you. Please, you must remember. The ruin that approaches you is by your own machinations. A plan to reverse fate so that you may repel the true ruin yet to come. O chosen trickster, overcome your cruel fate and save this world. Okay, that's a name. Was it telling me the approaching ruin before it happened? Whose voice was it? Alright, so we're not actually here for anything. Seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. What do you need today? We're not actually here for any reason. I just want to look at Lucifer.
Read here.
Or Lucifer. Also Satan! Blah! Blah!
Is this what you want?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If this is the, like, basic one, I definitely like the SMT4 version better. Alright, that was it. We're done.
Are you finished?
Meanwhile, the twins are like, that was what you came in here for? To sit on a toilet, then lay in bed, and then look at a persona?
I'll just add this.
Alright, let's leave. You can insult them? How do you insult them? Now returning to the real world from Shido's palace. Yo, if we can insult them, we ain't leaving. We ain't leaving until they get insulted.
Yo.
Oh, you're back. So, this is it, huh? It's for Futaba, too. Thanks. Do what you need. I'll try to help in any way I can. Just don't be reckless, got it? Oh, Dad. I think we've already done the most reckless fucking thing in the game, so it's all uphill from here. When the options to talk shit come up, pick them. I don't think I've seen them yet. I mean, you could always kind of like mouth off to them a little bit in the first playthrough, so. That palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. What do you mean? I have to agree. I'm sure he's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships. And it used to be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online. Ooh, I get it. He's using tax money. Not cool, Shido. I think he believes that which belongs to others in turn belongs to him. Even people's lives? That is correct. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes Prime Minister. We have to stop him. Right. We gotta pay him back for what he did to Ren, too. Another box came for you. Looks illegal as shit. It's odd they didn't arrest you for this. Oh yeah, you bought stuff from Shady Commodities.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't call Kawakami for a massage, you fucking dick. It's starting to get cold. Time really does fly. Election season is here, and it's on everyone's mind. Now, not many people know about about the Diet. The Diet decides things with a majority vote, but what happens if the vote is split 50-50? A, Speaker of the House decides. B, they flip a... Is it Speaker of the House decides? Because I really doubt it's they flip a coin. The correct answer is A, the Speaker of the House decides. Let's hear an explanation. Speaker of the House decides in accordance with Article 56, Section 2 of the Constitution. After the general election, by law, the Diet's first act must be to appoint a new Prime Minister. Oh, you got it right. Tie probably doesn't happen very often, though. It does not. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh yeah, there's a confessional at the church in Kanata. I should take someone there sometime. Also, I should finish up. Shido's cousin. You ever notice that LeBlanc is actually really similar in shape to the cafe from Catherine? Oh shit, that's actually Shido's nephew.
Hey.
You must be tired. Let's go to sleep. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna play Rising. We might.
Can I talk?
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll just be a sec. Hear me out. You're not talking, are you? All I know is we're probably not gonna ever play Phantom Pain. Because fuck Phantom Pain. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his. What's gotten into you? I really get it now. I want to avenge you, but that's a no-brainer. But that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them? We'll protect them till the end.
Hey.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler. This is an important bit of dialogue in the game that I will explain later. Hey, Ren, once we change Shido's art, if I remember to explain it. No, never mind. Forget it. Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to me, Ren. See ya. Campaign season's begun. I bet it'll be an overwhelming victory for Representative Shido. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There aren't many politicians who are like Shido-san.
Hey.
It's almost time. Were you able to sleep last night? Slept pretty well. I'm impressed. Whatever happens, you always manage to shake it off. You're finally facing off against your arch enemy. I know you know this, but don't get impatient. But geez, it's been getting cold lately. We might freeze to death before we change his heart. Let's look to see if we can find anything to help us get warm. A heater, huh? Ooh, this is good. It's so warm.
Hey.
Once we take care of Shido... What's wrong? Well... I was just thinking this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Yeah, but keep in mind Metal Gear Rising takes place in, like, the 2020s somewhere. So, everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked for taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Are you talking right now? You're not. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We'll have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it all this way because of them. There's no guarantee we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can, so you have no regrets. Don't jinx us by saying that. Ha, you're right. Then again, you didn't die, even though you were killed, right? The others are tough too. So this is actually a reference to a Japanese idiom, which is you wouldn't die even if you killed them. Which explains that line in Fate Stay Night, the original, where Shiro says, people die when they're killed. But oh boy, does everything related to that idiom not translate well into English. And people who say that just end up sounding freaking dumb, even though it makes total sense in the original context. Ren, I'm with you all the way to the end. This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can go fight Shido on your terms. Hasn't Amamiya been taking a lot of days off? Wonder if he's got a cold. Wonder if he's got something to do with his record.
Okay.
I believe this is mentioned before, but Amamiya is back at his family's home. It's a private matter, so don't go spreading rumors. I do know about the sombrero, yes. How long can we keep this up? We need to take care of things before we get caught. I bought that game on release. I'm so jelly you don't gotta come to school. It's not that great. Bullshit. A dead man cannot go to school, you know. It would all be for nothing if they found out he's still alive. Yes, we need to be careful to make sure we're not being watched as well. Want me to get special servants for this situation? You really think like such a rich girl. We'll have to be particularly careful when we gather at the hideout. Everyone will need to make sure they're not being followed. Did you see the new DMC5 trailer? I haven't seen any of the trailers for the game, no. All I know is that real Dante came back. Everyone will need to make sure they're not being followed. Okay, I'll watch out. That wasn't directed at you. This is the final showdown. Let's watch our steps. That's so unlike you, Ryuji. Shut up. Anyway, let's get this shit started. We'll be waiting for you to contact us.
Okay.
Okay, so now you'll understand, so you'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go at night. We're about to face the toughest target to date. Don't skimp on your preparations. The plan for changing Shido's heart has begun. Try to seal your target's heart by the deadline. He's tough and knows the metaverse well. Be sure to strengthen your bond so you're prepared. And what the game is basically telling you is that you're running out of time for your social links. Hey, sorry to bring this up now. I know your hands are full being, dead, but like... Twitch chat can do it, and I have faith in all of you. So here's what I have for the mission. This one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently, they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo-jumbo to trick them into paying up. That's just good business right there. It's not cool, man, and they're preying on old people. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them. Apparently, the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, the representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakase. Sorry, I don't have any more info than that. Good luck. It might be tough for us to go at a time like this, but with the info itself, it's pretty worthwhile. If we have a chance to head to Mementos, he'd make a great target. Alright, what do we got? We got a message from Ryuji, who thinks we're going to the palace for some reason, even though we're not. Next, an update about the general election. Taking into account the current political chaos, the period until the election is unusually long. Election day is on the 18th of next month. Each party is in for a long fight. The election is on the 18th. We better make sure to settle things before then. There's this heater, nice and warm, still enough fuel left. I don't think this heater can run out of fuel. There's a fuel counter for this heater for some reason, and I don't know why. Alright, so we're going to save the game here. And that's going to be the end of this stream. We are really, all we have is the month of December left, so we're looking at maybe one stream of Social Links, one stream for Shido's, and then beat the game next Thursday, maybe? I don't know. I might be underestimating it, but we're looking at 3 to 4 more streams until Persona 5 is done, and then we will be heading on to Danganronpa 2. So look forward to that. Thanks for stopping by. I've been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope, and you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye. Shoot the cup. What the fuck does shoot the cup mean?